It has taken 30 something years for this to arrive. Yeah, that's not it. I'm so excited because I have to tell you about something here, and I have to show you the thing that has taken 30 something years to actually arrive. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited right now. Ever since I was a wee lad, I have wanted a lightsaber, a nice one right in my hands. I mean, who hasn't, really, honestly? If you're a Star Wars fan, who's not wanted a lightsaber? I had a friend who had one of those kind of replica ones, I guess you could call it. I think they were like $100 or something back in the day, you know. You didn't want to duel with it though because it'd shatter it, you know, but it looked cool. You know, the blade, it was kind of one of those little flashlight kind of sabers. It looked pretty cool. 2005, Revenge of the Sith comes out. What happens? Everyone's like, go to Walmart, bro. Yeah, man, just go to Walmart, man. Just go get yourself a lightsaber, bro. I'm like, all right, man, let's go get one of those $10 sabers. So I get them there and they're like, dude, it's real, bro. We can totally like, you know, duel with it, bro. So I get it. And as you can see, I mean, you know, it's held its own, right? It's a nice little plastic saber that is whatever. You know, I get this little plastic saber. This was 2005 when Revenge of the Sith came out. And what's really funny is we're in line to go see. You remember when you'd go to the theater and you had to like buy tickets in advance, and then you had to go like, or you couldn't even do that. You had to go stand in line to get the tickets. And then after you stood in line, you had to get there early, usually hours early, to get in line, which of course they would start the line either outside or inside, depending on the weather. And you'd sit there for hours because, you know, then you'd have to go pick your seat. Remember that? You remember those days? Nowadays, you know, you just kind of go, hey, I want this seat. I want this time. And you show up, you know, 2 minutes before the movie starts. Well, this one guy walks up. He is dressed as Darth Sidious, a.k.a. Emperor Palpatine. He walks up with his, well, had this lightsaber. It was the Darth Vader lightsaber. And of course, you know, he flicks it out and he starts to challenge me like, dude. He doesn't say anything though, but he challenges me to this duel. He's got the Sith robes. He's got the face paint. I mean, he's all in. But then this kid, probably 6, 7 years old and all that, he comes up with his lightsaber, starts dueling with this grown man who's dressed up as the Emperor, and the kid beats the crap out of him. I mean, that kid was like wailing, you know, just bam, bam, bam. And the guy's on the ground. He's like, I give up. It was so funny. His parents had to pull the kid off, actually. And I'm not kidding. Like, that's no exaggeration. That's the story of the lightsabers, the plastic lightsabers. So I had one in 2008. I want something better. I'm going to put it up on a shelf too, you know? So even though I'm going to be out there beating people up like that kid, you know, I'm not going to beat the kid up, but I'm going to be like that kid and beat people up with the lightsaber. That's a bully. Don't be a bully. I wanted a stand that secured the saber. It was good for it, and it could sit up on a shelf behind me. Look at this nice little Sabertrio thing there. That's precious. Yeah, that's precious. This is like Christmas, man. Just rip it open, dude. Just rip it open. And now it emerges. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That's real nice. That's a real nice surprise. All right, first things first. The stand. Now, it sits here. As you can see, it's a nice little brushed kind of steel look here. There's actually a dark edition, which I believe is just, it's black instead of silver. I liked the contrast between, you know, the black here and the silver here. I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, the saber sits right here on the top. You've got, you know, this little guy right here, which I haven't done anything with, but, you know, he sits in there just to make it look really cool and everything, official and stuff. Anyway, that's it. This is Saber stand. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Well, at least I've been waiting for it anyway. All right, let's get into this. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Okay, moving on. Thank you for your order. That's great. USB thing. This is for charging, but also it's connecting to your computer so you can do some stuff with the board if you want. Look at that. Wow, that is too big for the video. There you go, the connector. And then of course the blade in general. Seems very solid actually. I'm kind of impressed with this thing. So this is the medium grade blade, by the way. 36-inch is what I got. You can duel with these blades. In fact, they said that if you do some light to medium kind of contact and all that, you know, these are probably going to be fine. You're not going to probably have any problems. However, you can also get a heavy grade blade, which is heavier in weight, but also significantly heavier in durability. And you can actually go out there and literally beat the crap out of each other. So there are options for that, if that's what you're looking for. A couple of other things in here. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Various plugs. So depending on what country you're in, you can, you know, plug things in, and here's your AC adapter, good stuff like that. So they give you a mini Allen wrench to get into the hilt. And this right here is the CoverTech belt clip. There's a little thing that just kind of locks in on the Saber, the actual hilt and everything like that, so it can hang from your belt. You can look like an official Jedi, dude. I did a custom Saber hilt. I had to. It was, honestly, okay, Sabertrio, love you guys. You're amazing. I like, seriously, hands down, the best customer service of any company that I have ever worked with. As a consumer, as a business person, as an entrepreneur, I've worked with a lot of companies, a lot. Sabertrio has the best customer service, hands-on customer service, attentive customer service that I have ever experienced in my entire life. So top that. I'm serious. They offer, you can buy your Saber, get your hilt, you can buy right out of the box, get shipped to you right away. I chose to do a custom hilt. What they do is they acid etch it. So they take the Saber, it's actually, metal and stuff like that. They take it and they drop it in acid. Don't ask me, I don't understand how this works. They drop it in acid and then they can go out there and it softens up things so that they can actually go in and etch in the designs that you want. And I got crazy with this because I thought, hey, I'm not a designer, but there are some very special things to me that I wanted in there. And so I thought this would be really cool. So let's check it out. It's not very heavy. I'm actually surprised it's not as heavy as I thought it would be. Dude, look at that. Wow. That's metal. It's like real metal. That is a beautiful feel. And then I've got the core and blade plug in there. Without the blade plug, it's just a hole. So imagine this being like the lightsaber emitter. I was telling Sarah this. Hey, look, this, it's core and blade plug. It's the lightsaber emitter. She starts laughing and says, is that where the lightsaber magic comes from? And I said, yeah, that and unicorn horns. Let's do a little bit of a close-up here because, first of all, if you can see that, that is supposed to simulate a dragon head right there. I wanted to do something that was reminiscent of the sword from Highlander, where he has the dragon wrapped around the hilt. Granted, doing that was very difficult, very complicated, and so this is just a version of it, which I like. They did a really, really nice job modifying it because, again, that Highlander sword was almost impossible to recreate with an acid etch. So what they did is this. You see the dragon right there, okay? And then, as you see, he wraps around the hilt, which I think is cool. There's the tail, the very end of the tail. That's his back leg, front legs, and that kind of thing. So the dragon is wrapped around the hilt, but then I wanted it up front too, so I thought that was kind of cool where it's coming forward. I just thought that was really cool looking. The other thing is that normally this area is wrapped in leather, which you can do, which also looks really, really cool. But I loved how it was just kind of that metal look. I thought it was a little more rustic. Now, if you look right there, that is the Colorado State logo. That's my alma mater. So I'm a big Colorado State fan, even though I know it doesn't fit with Star Wars, but who cares? This right here, that is what I call my superhero symbol. That's TRB right there for the Real Brian. And of course, the Wraith made that for me for the Real Brian Show logo. But yeah, that's my TRB superhero symbol, and I've got it on the other side too. Right there. Same with that. And then if you notice the writing right here, see if I can get right here. This is in Galactic Basic, by the way. The Real, and then Brian is what that is in Galactic Basic, which is awesome. And then the Chinese right here. I'm a huge fan. I got to go to Taiwan twice actually for school. It was amazing. Had an incredible experience meeting some of the Taiwanese culture and stuff like that. I learned some Mandarin. I really got into it. But I'm a huge fan of that. I'm a huge fan of Asian culture in general too. And so I wanted to do something that was a little bit different here. And so what I did is in Chinese, it says faith, hope, and love are the Chinese symbols there and all that. And then if you notice right here, this guy, that is the Delta star symbol. If you look at it correctly, it's a D on the right and a C on the left, kind of wrapped together. That is the symbol that I designed for the Delta convention. Let me explain this. In high school, a couple friends of mine and I, they actually invented a role-playing game. We played it together through most of high school. Actually, it was really fun. Totally a nerd game, man. We're such nerds. It's awesome. But we were all essentially in charge of various star systems. And so Delta Convention was mine. That's the DC logo that I made up when I was in high school. Also, I started a corporation called Delta Star, which was one of the companies, of course, for the game and all that. And then, crazy fact, all these years later, we adopt a Greyhound and her racing name is Delta Star. Unbelievable. I mean, it's just like, yeah, this was meant to be. Unfortunately, we lost Delta in July of 21. So she was, almost 15 years old. Crazy. Amazing dog. So greyhounds are awesome, by the way. So that's the Delta Convention symbol that I have, and I have it on the other side as well. It's just a cool little symbol. And then right here is the Jedi Order symbol, which is really cool. And then also down here, this is just kind of a cool little thing too, because going back to the Highlander, these little symbols down here are the actual guard. You can see in the middle where the blade would come through. It's the guard for Connor McLeod's katana in the Highlander. So it's just a design for that. Anyway, this is my saber. This is the clip I was telling you about that clips onto the CoverTech clip. You're going to clip this on your belt, as I mentioned. Clip down on your belt like this, and then the saber, see right there, it just snaps into place. There you go. So if it's on your belt, see how it's on your belt, it dangles, blah, blah, blah. Just like a lightsaber should. All right. And of course, you push these little, boop, done. Okay, so there's all kinds of things. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you can unscrew this, and in here that is the speaker. Wow, look at that. Okay, see what I mean here by that's the blade plug right there. That way you get that light, and you get the lights in between there. That's so cool. I chose the yellow light here because it was kind of, you could use it for anything. You use it for light side, dark side. I mean, it's... Wow, this is going to be cool. I mean, this thing looks amazing. I am absolutely blown away how good it is in person. I saw pictures of it. In fact, what's really cool is that they walk you through the process. So first of all, you do your order, and then if you say, hey, you want some acid etching, you give them ideas. And you say, well, hey, like I want this to look like Connor McLeod's hilt from the Highlander, and I want some of these logos or symbols in it or whatever, You pick that. You get to customize, like I chose gold here and then the yellow light. And I chose gold here because I thought that looked really kind of cool. You can customize this. They do red, they've got black, they've got weathered, dark edition, they've got shiny silver only, kind of that metallic chrome kind of thing. You can do whatever you want. You can get a different blade plug if you want. There's different hilts. I'm looking at this in person right now, and I'm just thinking like, this looks so good. And it feels so good. I mean, it's light, but it's like heavy in the sense of like heavy durable. It's not plastic. It's not crap, And there's some plastic in here, but I mean, this is an actual, what is it? Aluminum or metal of some kind. But I mean, it feels very strong, very, it's balanced really well. I'll be putting the blade here in just a second. But my gosh, this thing, I mean, this looks awesome. It's wicked looking. What do you think? That just looks amazing. I mean, come on, that is awesome. And now, I mean, you can hear that. Wow, this whole room is lit up right now. Yeah, see, you feel that, right? You feel this? Oh, yeah. And of course, you can change colors. That thing looks amazing. I love these little windows right here. Some of the Sabers have something like that. It's got the flicker and everything, I've chosen vengeance. Yeah. See, that's why I wanted the yellow in there. Wow, wow, wow. It's pretty cool. I wanted the red and the yellow to match well. Okay, now, the cool part about these blades is that there are LED lights all the way along the blade. So it's, yeah. Man, that looks cool. It looks so good on camera. Kylo Ren's. Yeah, see, I think that's pretty cool looking. It's supposed to get that unstable sound. Yeah. Well, can't see it very well in this, but it is purple. That is Mace Windu's. That's pretty cool. You got a slow. Yeah. That's nice. Yeah, see, this looks pretty amazing. Holy crap, this thing is amazing. It is awesome. I am absolutely blown away. I've seen a lot of videos on it, so I knew what to expect, but yeah. All right, final verdict. I highly recommend Sabertrio. I mean, I can't tell you how much I recommend this enough. I am so happy with this. If you're getting a lightsaber for the first time, or this is your second, fifth, or 100th lightsaber. I don't know. Get a Sabertrio if you don't already have one of these. This is really an amazing little machine here. It is built so well. It is high quality. I am so impressed. In fact, I did get a chance to play with it just a little bit, and what I did, I tried all the different sound banks out. I turned off the lights. I mean, it looks so real. It's so cool. It's so amazing. I swung it around. I've got a medium grade blade, by the way. I know I mentioned that, but I just wanted to say, with a medium grade blade, you can duel, light dueling. You can have some fun as long as you don't beat the crap out of each other. But if you want to beat the crap out of each other, get a heavy grade, just in case, trust me. But the medium grade, it's very nice. It's very well balanced. The light is amazing in it. I mean, the LEDs all the way through. It looks very uniform. It's really, really good. The sound is nice. In fact, I'm trying to figure out how to turn it down a little bit. It is so loud. And I know there's a way to do it. And I'm just trying to, I'm still learning this whole thing. And then one of the things that I know you can do, and I would advise extreme caution here, you can take the SD card out. You unscrew the hilt and then you pop everything out. You can take the SD card out. You can put it in an SD card reader. You can also, I believe, and I've not tried this, but I believe you can take the supplied USB cord, same thing, unscrew it, pop it out a little bit, plug the cord in, and then plug it directly into your computer. And I think there's no problem to do that. You can edit your files with a CFX board. Of course, Profi board, that's a totally different scenario. If you want to get a Profi board, I mean, that's big time. You can go crazy with that. You can edit like crazy. The CFX, though, you can still do some interesting stuff. You can add sound banks. In fact, what you'll do a lot of times is you'll go to some of these people who sell, it's the sound banks and it's the Saber profiles, the blade profiles and stuff like that. And so then you just basically drop them into your SD card and you have a new blade. You have a new light. You have a new sound bank, everything. It's nice. So you can, pull up whatever you want. One of the ones that I want is from Star Wars Visions, the Duel, that first episode. Ooh, yeah, it sounds so cool. So that's the one I want to get. Now, you can edit stuff. You can pull them in. There are a bunch of free sound banks. What I would highly recommend you do with this, first things first, back up your SD card somewhere. Copy all the files, put them in a folder somewhere on your desktop. Make sure to back everything up, because if you jack the card up for some reason, you can always take the backed up and just put it back on and you're fine. It'll reset everything. It'll be fine. But make sure to back it up first. I cannot emphasize that enough. A lot of people don't do this and then they have problems. And if you want to add things in, add one at a time, make sure it works, add the next one, make sure it works. Some of this is very common sense, and I know some are like, yeah, of course I'm going to do that. But I just want to make sure, because sometimes, you add a sound bank or a file or whatever that doesn't work, and then all of a sudden your Saber locks up. You've got all these problems. What's wrong? What do I do? Holy crap, it's bricked. Oh my gosh. No, it's fine. Just, make sure to grab that. In the event that something like that happens and the Saber locks up because you added something to it, take the SD card out, put it in, delete that bank, sound file, whatever you put in there, put it back in, you should be fine. You might have to take the battery out and reset it, but it'll be fine. So one way or the other, these things are wonderful to use. I love the fact that you can customize them if you know your way around that kind of stuff. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I loved the etched. I would highly recommend the etched if you can do it. They have limited etched. They have certain openings throughout the year. Usually, what is it, like 3 or 4? I want to say 3 or 4 openings each year. They have limited amounts, so it goes quickly. You got to be ready right at the moment to get it. They have so many etched, and etching is so cool. Here's the thing. While I know that this may not be the most beautiful design, that people would just, oh my gosh, to me, it's the most beautiful design because it's mine. I asked them for these elements. It's personal. And so I love what they did here. I think it's incredible. Those are the things that I loved. And that's what I think is cool about etching, the acid etching, is that it personalizes the Saber to you. It's not, because if you get standard Saber, well, anyway, someone else can have that Saber. If you acid etch, yes. If you acid etch it, it's special. It's unique to you. So that's what's cool. Anyway, highly recommend it. Again, best customer service I have ever experienced of any company out there. And I'm not exaggerating that. I have yet to meet another company who has this level of customer service. So you're going to get taken care of. I got to tell you, they go above and beyond. And in some ways, they go further than any company probably should. They should have better boundaries, to protect their resources and stuff like that. But I got to tell you, they're amazing. They're some of the coolest people I've ever interacted with when it comes to this kind of thing. So everybody, every freaking person needs a lightsaber. Please get a lightsaber. You have to do it. Get a Sabertrio. I will make sure to have a link in the description below for Sabertrio, but please go check them out, seriously. And by the way, they do have an opening coming up on May 4th, so that's why I wanted to get this one out as soon as possible. I know it's close. Make sure to be available at that exact time. And if you're not, well, you know, cancel work, or I don't know, call in sick, or dude, getting a lightsaber is far more important than responsibilities. So I get nothing for this, by the way. This is not an affiliate link. The Sabertrio thing is, this is me just, hey, I love this company so much. I wanted to do a review for them. So that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm recommending. I know there are some other great companies out there that also do a wonderful job, and there are some that are a little bit out of my price range, and so I have not purchased one of those. And then there are a lot of other companies too, but Sabertrio was the one that I was recommended to go get first, and I would recommend you get this first as well. And then of course you can branch out if you want to collect more, but I couldn't be happier. So screw responsibility, get a lightsaber. May the 4th be with you.